Good morning, folks. So let's get started with the interaction. If we right click, go to blueprints and look for blueprint interface and then just create that. Now we need to rename this BP underscore interaction interface. Now if we just double click on it to open it up, rename the function to interact. Then we need to compile and save. Now you need to go back to your first person character that we created before, go to class settings at the top, find interface at the side and click add and search for interaction interface and then compile and save it. Now we're going to need to attach this interface to any object that you would like to be interactive, so bear that in mind. Now if you go back to your character, go to input action interact that we created before and search for line trace by channel. Now what we need to do next, we need to drag as player camera out onto the graph, drag from that, and we need to search for get world location, and then drag off again. This time we need to get forward vector. Just arrange them a bit. Now we need to drag from the get forward vector, and then we need to, sorry, I'm full of cold. So yeah, if we drag from the get forward vector and get vector times float. Now if we set this to, so let's say 300, this will be the distance a raycast travels to check for objects in front of it. Then we need to drag off get world location and just type plus, and we want vector plus vector. Now if we just drag from there to into that socket and then drag that into the end of the line trace. Now this time we need to drag from get world location to the start and then compile and save it. We'll then out it and we want to break it result. And then we'll just extend that and then drag from it actor. We want to search for does implement interface. Now if we just search for interaction interface that we created earlier and drag from that, and we want to search for branch, so it'll tell us if it's true or false, whether it has an interface or not, and then plug that into there. Now if we compile it and then it will come out of here. Now we'll create an interactable object. So we'll go to blueprints actor and then we'll rename this BP underscore interactable actor, just as an example. So example. Now if we just maximize it, we'll just add a mesh component. Just drag on there. And we'll just put a cube as a mesh, just for an example. This is so you can do this with any object. Now, if we go to the event graph, we'll just delete these. We don't need these for now. And if we right click and search for interact, you'll see we're not getting our interaction that we did create. So we do need to go to class settings and add the interface to this object. So interaction interface, compile and then save. Now if you search interact, we want the event interact. Now if we drag a static mesh in, and then we need to set relative scale 3D and hook that up. And we'll set this to 0.3, all of them. Now compile and save. So let's go back to his character. Now if we drag from true and search for interact, you see it's not bringing us the right one up. So we do need to drag from the it actor. So if you drag from it actor and search interact, now we should see interact message. If you just drag that up there and hook it up to true, compile and save. I'll just check out we've got everything set up. Everything looks okay to me. Save, and we'll go back to the object. That's compile and save that. Make sure that's all set. Now if we just drag the cube actor that we created into the scene, and save, and then we'll just click play. Now if you press the interaction button, which I believe is F, you can see it's interacted, it's scaled the object. Now if you want a visual representation of the raycast, go to the line trace channel and go to draw debug type, and you want to put for duration and then compile and save. Now it'll show you basically where the line trace is it. In the next tutorial, I think what we'll do is we'll create an elf bar, just a basic simple elf bar where you can take damage and recover your elf. I think that's it for this tutorial. If you can like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button so you know when I've released a new video, and I'll be seeing you in his next tutorial. Have a great day folks, and I'll see you later.